Hello everyone and welcome to this class of time and work. So today we continue the series of lecture which we have started for CMAT 2021. So after your percentage calendars we come on to time and work. Now this chapter becomes very important because there are many concepts that you can understand from this chapter. How will we study this chapter? Well, there are methods to solve problems on time and work, and there are two methods, reciprocal method and LCM method. If you see any of the YouTube video or if you follow any of the book, they always talk about reciprocal method. But here in this class, we'll talk more about LCM method because we strongly feel that with LCM method, you can get answer quite quickly without even using your pen. Just by using your logic and seeing the options, you will be able to get the answer quickly with LCM method. So we'll spend most of our time understanding this method. How will we understand this method? As we always do, with good stories. So we will memorize and learn our concepts with good stories. What story we'll study this time? We'll study story of Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh. What happens when they work together? What happens if two of them work and one leaves? What happens if all three start working together but after first day Ramesh leaves, after second day Suresh leaves and the remaining work is completed by Mahesh? So we will put them in different scenarios of work. And then we'll see how do they finish the work, and we understand and memorize the concept of time and work with good stories. Okay, and this is not the only story here. We'll see one more story here, that is a story of Taj Mahal. That's about making of Taj Mahal. So how did the workers work there? What was their efficiency? How can you relate the concept of men-day hours with these stories? Can you use the concept of pipes and cisterns in these stories? Yes, that's what we had done it here. Okay, but the story of Taj Mahal is a little advanced story. It does not have basic concepts. It has all the difficult concepts which are being taken into that, or you can say that simple concepts are being taken but they all are together in one problem. That's where it becomes complicated. So the story of Taj Mahal, this will be covered in the Zoom classes. All that you are seeing in this YouTube class is a story of Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh, but be rest assured all the concepts that are being required for this chapter in your exam is being covered in this story. Okay, and how will we get the recall for it? So concepts are being learned here, but the important thing here is a recall, because in exam you have to take out all those concepts in 1 minute. So we practice a lot here on recall, as we have always said in the previous classes as well. So for the recall, you have Zoom classes which will be conducted on Storyboard application. So make sure if you have not downloaded our app, download our app. The link for the app is in the description. Let us know about your preparation. So which exam are you preparing for? CMAT 2021, NMAT 2021, CAT 2021, IBPS PO, RBI. Let us know what is your preference. Now this is the class only for CMAT 2021, but in case you have any other preference as well, let us know. The recall for this story will be conducted in the Zoom class. So what will we do in this recall? We'll solve problems with mixed concepts. You studied all the simple concepts in the stories, but I will have a problem which will require a concept of clubbed work as well as efficiency as well as the concept of negative work. So there are three different concepts now which are being put in one problem. So I learned three different concepts in this story, but applying all these concepts and solving the problem will give me the right recall, which will happen on Zoom classes. So the first part of it will solve problem with mixed concepts, then applying the concepts learned in various scenario of a problem. So we had learned the concepts, but how do you apply these concepts in various scenarios of time and work problems? So we'll pick up many problems and we'll see how do we apply those concepts so that we get a perfect recall. We also solve exam problems on time and work, which means we take your CMAT 2021, all the exam problems that were asked in time from the chapter of time and work, and we apply our concepts to them as well, so that there is no problem of recall for us at all. We did recall with the story, we did recall with exam problems, we did recall by using all the concepts, having mixed concepts in one problem. After this, your time and work should be very easy, because all that you are doing is memorizing the concepts, applying the concepts, and we are practicing for both. The YouTube classes are giving you the concepts, the Zoom classes are doing an important work of recall here. Okay, make sure you will get the concepts from anywhere on the YouTube. That is not a problem. okay, but not in the form of a story. The most important thing here is a recall. So make sure you follow these things for recall as well, and your CMAT preparation will be perfect then. That's it what I wanted to say about the preparation of this lecture. Now you can go ahead with the YouTube class, enjoy the story of Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh, and keep on learning the concepts. I'll see you in the recall for the Zoom classes. Till then, all the best. So today we do problem on time and work. Time and work as a chapter has various kinds of problem. We'll see all the types as we move on with the different videos. We'll start with the basic time and work problem, then we'll move on to men day hours problem, then from that pipes and systems, and the problem on efficiency, and that's how I'll complete the chapter on time and work. Okay, so let's start with the first type, which is normal time and work kind of problem, where a scenario is given to you and you are being asked a solution to it. Okay, now even the normal time and work kind of problem have two methods to it. The first method is called as the LCM method, which we will use it right now. So the first video will tell you about the LCM method, which you will use it most oftenly to come to the solution of such kind of problem, and then the second method, which you will find in mostly all the books that you solve, which is called as the reciprocal method. But we don't prefer the reciprocal method because I personally feel that the LCM method is much better than any other method to solve time and work problem. So what is a problem here given to be? Now this wall, we need to make this wall, and how do you make this wall? You can make this wall simply by putting up bricks in the wall. Okay, so don't imagine cement and everything. So if there are say 30 bricks, I have to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, say any number of bricks. For example, say 30 bricks I have to put in. If I put in the 30 bricks, the wall is being made. Who all are making this wall? Now this is just an example. Okay, instead of 30 bricks, take 60. How many bricks will we take? I'll tell you in the next part, but just put in the bricks and the wall is made. Now who all are working to make this wall? Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh. As you can see it here, Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh. And what is given to me? Ramesh working alone can build this wall in 5 days, which means if he is working alone without the help of anyone else, he can make this wall, which means he can just put in the bricks and make this wall in 5 days. Similarly, Suresh working alone, which means without the help of anyone else, working alone can make this wall in 10 days. This is also given to me. And Mahesh working alone, okay, again working alone without the help of anyone, he can make this wall, which means put in the bricks in this wall and make this wall in 15 days. Now the question that is being asked to me is all three are working together, which means Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh, all three are working together. Okay, so the question now here is how many days will be required to make this wall if all of the three are working together? Now I don't know maths, but I know logic. And what does my logic says? Ramesh working alone can make this wall in 5 days when he is working alone without the help of anyone. Now when they are working together, actually Suresh and Mahesh, you can say, is helping your Ramesh. If they are working together, you can say Ramesh was working alone, he was doing it in 5 days, working alone. Now he is helped by Suresh and Mahesh, as all the three are working together. So the number of days that will be required will be lesser than 5. Correct? Will be lesser than 5. Why? Because he was working alone and doing it in 5 days. Now with the help of Suresh and Mahesh, the number of days will be lesser than 5. That is what logic says to me. Okay, forget about maths here. That is what the logic says to me here. Now that's what I'll do. Okay, I'll start thinking what will be the number of days lesser than 5. So what is the method? First method is called as the LCM method. Now first you have to think, okay, how many bricks will they put in to make this wall? You don't know now how many bricks will you put in to make this wall complete. You can start with any number, but I want to start with a number so that my calculation becomes easier. You can say there are 10 bricks in a wall, so I can start with that. If 10 bricks are being put in, wall is being made. You can start with, say, there are 20 bricks. If you put in 20 bricks, wall is being made. That is your assumption. Take any number you want to. Okay, you will always get the answer, but I'll take a number which is making my calculation easy. So 5, 10, 15. Where did I take this from? This 5, 10, 15. Ramesh, Suresh, Mahesh working alone days. I take it here. I take the LCM of this 3. Okay, what is LCM? Least common multiple of this. And how do you start with this? If you don't know, go to the numbers chapter. I had explained it there. So start with the largest number, that is 15. Take 15 ones are 15. Okay, that is not the multiple of 10. It's a multiple of 5, it's not a multiple of 10. 15 2s are 30. It's a multiple of 10, it's a multiple of 5 as well. So start with the highest number, check its multiple, check if that is also the multiple of the next two number as well. So 30. So I'll take 30. Okay, what is the meaning of this? If 30 bricks are being put in, this wall is being made. Okay, as I told you, take 60, take 120, take 90, take any number, you will always get the right answer. Why am I taking 30 bricks? Because my calculation will be easier. So what is the meaning of this? If you come here and put in this 30 bricks, something like that, you put in one brick at a time and you put in 30 bricks, this wall will be made completely. So Ramesh, working alone, can put this 30 bricks in 5 days, right? Because he can make this wall in 5 days, so he can put in this 30 bricks in 5 days. So can you tell me, per day, how many bricks will Ramesh put in? That's quite a logic. 6. He will put in 6 bricks in 1 day. In 5 days he will put in 30 bricks, and he can make this wall all working alone. Suresh can put this 30 bricks, make this wall working alone in 10 days. So can you tell me, per day, how many bricks will he put in? 3. 10 into 3 will be 30. And Mahesh, working alone, can make this wall in 15 days, which means he can put in 30 bricks in 15 days. So per day, how many bricks will Mahesh put in? 2. Okay, and making the wall is just about putting up the bricks. Now what did I tell you? All the three are working together. So what will happen now? Ramesh will be putting up 6 bricks, correct? Suresh will be putting up 3 bricks, correct? And Mahesh will be putting up 2 bricks, correct? So total number of bricks that will be put up by all three will be 11. 11 bricks will be put in 1 day when all the three are working together. How many bricks are you supposed to put in to make this wall? 30. If you put in 30 bricks, the wall will be made. Okay, and Ramesh, Mahesh, Suresh working together in 1 day can put in 11 bricks. So how many days will be required to put in 30 bricks? Okay, so the answer to this will be 11 1s are 11 2s are 11 2s are 22. Then what are you left with is 8 by 11. Now what is 1 by 11? 9.09. 9 into 8, 2.72. That's it. That should be your answer to this question. As I told you, the logic said it to me at the start. It should be lesser than 5 days. Yes, it is lesser than 5 days. It is 2.72 days. So when all the three are working together, 2.72. Now you will imagine, sir, how can the days be 0.72? So 2 complete days, which means they will put in 22 bricks in 2 days, and they will require 8 by 11 of the third day. Which means they will not require the complete third day. They will require just 0.72 part of the third day. So if the assumption is they are working for all the 24 hours, take 72% of the 24 hours. That will be 0.72. Okay, so that's how you solve the problem of basic time and work with your LCM method. So in the next video we'll see the same problem, but we'll see how do you solve it by reciprocal method. Solve the same problem which we saw in the earlier video by reciprocal method. Okay, so I'm making you in the same condition here. Ramesh can make this wall working alone in 5 days. Suresh working alone can make this wall in 10 days. And Mahesh working alone can make the same wall in 15 days. So now when all the three work together, how many days will be required to make this wall? We already know the answer. It is 2.72 days. And what was the earlier logic that we derived? We say Ramesh can do alone in 5 days. Working alone, he can do it in 5 days. Now he's working with Suresh and Mahesh. So actually Suresh and Mahesh are helping Ramesh. So the number of days has to be lesser than 5, and we got the answer as 2.72 days as the answer to the question. But then we used the LCM method where we found out the number of bricks, and then we found out per brick, that is per day, number of bricks put in by Ramesh, per day number of bricks put in by Suresh and Mahesh, and then eventually if they work together, how many bricks will be put in by all the three together. So how many bricks you are supposed to put in. By use the LCM method, we got the answer to the previous question. Now we use the reciprocal method. Okay, now what's that? So Ramesh could do his working alone in 5 days. So can you say in 1 day he will do 1/5 of the work? Correct. Whatever is the work, he will do 1/5 of that, which means 20% of the work he will do in 1 day. Second day he will do 1/5, correct. Third day he will do 1/5, correct. Fourth day he will do 1/5, correct. And fifth day he will do 1/5, correct. So such that in 5 5 days. If you add all of them, 1 plus 1, 5 by 5, it will be 1. 1 means the work is completed. Okay, in reciprocal method, meaning of 1 will be that the work is completed. We can say similarly about Suresh as well. Suresh finishes his work in 10 days. Okay, so one day he will do what? 1/10 of the work. Second day he will do 1/10, which means 10% of the work. Third day 10%. Fourth day 10%. Fifth day 10%. Sixth day 10th, and then so on. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. He will go till the 10th day, like this. Correct? Okay, similarly you can say Mahesh finishes his work in 15 days. So one day he will do 1 by 15 of the work. Second day he will do 1 by 15. Third day he will do 1 by 15. Fourth day he will do 1 by 15. Going like this up to the 15th day, he will keep on doing 1 by 15th of the work. Okay, you can see, visualize the same thing by LCM method as well. Now no need to solve, but just for your visualization, if I say 30 bricks are there to make this wall, 1/5 of that will be what? What is 1/5 of 1/5 of 30? That will be nothing but 6. So you'll put in 6 bricks in one day, 6 in the other, 6 in the other, 6 in the other, 6 5s are 30. Correct, it's the same thing. So 1/5 of 30, which is nothing but he'll be putting 6 bricks in one day, 6 bricks in the other, 6 6 6, 6 5s are 30, and 5 days he'll be completing his work. Similarly you can apply it here as well. 30 bricks are being supposed to put in, so 1/10 of 30 is nothing but 3 bricks. He'll put it in one day, 3 bricks second day, 3 bricks third day, such that till 10th day he will go and he'll put in 30 bricks here. Similarly for Mahesh, you can see that he does 1 by 15th. Okay, what is 1 by 15th of 30? 2 bricks. 2 bricks he'll put it in one day, 2 bricks second day, 2 bricks third day, 2 bricks fourth day, and till 15th day he will put in 2 bricks per day, such that he will put in 30 bricks in 15 days and he'll finish the work. Now how do you solve this by reciprocal? See, all that you have to see it here is, one day Ramesh is doing this much of work, one day Suresh is doing this much of work, and one day Mahesh is doing this much of work. So if they are working together, how much of work will be happening in one day? Ramesh will do this much, correct? Suresh will do this much, correct? And Mahesh will do this much, correct? 1 by 15. This is the work that will be happening in one day when all three work together. Let's just solve this. I'll solve this by LCM method. What is the LCM of this 3? I'll say it will be 30. So multiply and divide this by 30. Okay, this is just one way to solve this. You can simply cross multiply and reach to the answer, but I'm just solving by LCM method. Okay, so let's take this upper 30 inside now. So this becomes 5 6 are 30. This is plus, of course, you know that this is a plus. So this is 5 6 are 30. This is 10 3s are 30. This is 15 2s are. Okay, the whole thing is being divided by 30. Okay, because now the bottom 30 comes into the here. So whatever you're getting, 6 plus 3 plus 2, 11 by 30. 11 by 30 is the work that will be done in one day. Okay, and what is complete work? Can you imagine? Whenever you get a 1, then you have a complete work. Complete work would have been 30 by 30, that is nothing but 1. See, it's the same thing that we do with the bricks. You will say he puts in 6 bricks in one day, he puts in 3 bricks in one day, he puts in 2 bricks in one day. 6 plus 3 plus 2, 6 plus 3 plus 2 will be 11, correct? So 11 out of the 30 bricks are being put in, which means 11 by 30 of the work is being done in one day. Okay, it's the same thing about the LCM method now, but I'm putting it in terms of reciprocal. So what do you know? 11 by 30 of the work is being done in one day. So how many days will be required to finish the work? That is the easiest to do. Now say, Ramesh does 1/5 of the work in one day. In how many days will he finish the work? Reverse it, 5 days. Suresh does 1/10 of the work in 1 day. In how many days will he finish the work? Reverse it, 10 days. Mahesh does 1/15 of the work in 1 day. In how many days will he finish the work? Reverse it, 15 days. Similarly, Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh does 11 by 30 of the work in 1 day. In how many days will they finish the work? Reverse it, 30 by 11. 30 by 11. Okay, which comes out to be what? 11 2s are 22. Then 8 by 11, which is nothing but 7 2. Correct. The same answer that we got it by the LCM method as well. So 2.72 days will be required to finish the work when all the three work together. Okay, that's how you apply the reciprocal method. So I wrote all this for your better explanation. What will you do here? Ramesh 5 days, he finishes the work, so 1 day 1/5. Suresh 10 days, so 1 day 1/10. Mahesh 15 days, so 1 day 1 by 15. If all the three work together, what will happen? This plus this plus this, so which means 11 by 30 of the work will be done in 1 day. In how many days will they finish the work? Reverse it, 30 by 11, which is nothing but 2.72. Okay, that's how you solve it by reciprocal method. But then you will ask me, sir, which method will we use more prominently to reach to the solution? That will always be LCM method, because if the problem gets complicated, the reciprocal method looks a little tedious, okay, to solve and reach to the solution, which you will see it in the next video. As I'll complicate the problem, you will find that LCM method is better to calculate and reach to your answer as compared to the reciprocal method. Okay, but now the final decision will be yours at the end of 6 to 7 videos, when we'll be done with most number of sums by both the method LCM as well as the reciprocal method. You decide which method suits you the best. Now let us consider few more scenarios where Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh are working together. So we started our first problem by saying Ramesh working alone can do a certain piece of work, say making this wall, in 5 days. Suresh working alone can do a certain piece of work, say making this wall, in 10 days. Similarly, Mahesh working alone can do it in 15 days. Then I asked you first question, if they work together, how many days will be required? We solved it by LCM method and then we solved it by reciprocal method. Now let's see one more scenario as to what are the different ways in which they can work. Okay, now I am saying that Ramesh alone, Suresh alone, Mahesh alone could do a piece of work, say making this wall in 5, 10 and 15 days respectively. But now all of them work together. You will say, I know the answer. If all of them work together, I'll find out the bricks, or reciprocal method, I'll get the answer. But now the condition is only on the first day all of them work together. That is Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh. Now what happens after that? On the second day, which means at the end of first day, Ramesh leaves. So Ramesh only works on day 1. From day 2, only Suresh and Mahesh are working. At the end of day 2, Suresh leaves. Okay, so who is working? From day 3 onwards, Mahesh. Now the question that is being asked to you is, how many days will be required to finish the work given this as a scenario? Now solve this by both LCM method and the reciprocal method is your question. So how will you start this thing now? So you will say, okay, first starting by LCM method, I'll take the LCM of this 3, which is nothing but 30, which means if 30 bricks are being put in, this wall is being made. Ramesh could do it in 5 days. It means per day he puts in 6 bricks, Suresh puts in 3 bricks and Mahesh puts in 2 bricks in 1 day. If they are working together on the first day, how many bricks will be put in? 6 plus 3 plus 2, which is nothing but 11 bricks. On second day, now can you tell me how many bricks will be put in on second day? That will be 3 plus 2, because only Suresh and Mahesh are working here. So 3 plus 2 is nothing but 5. So let's put a 5 here. Now how many bricks are being put till the end of second day? So till the end of second day, how many bricks are being put in? 11 plus 5, 16 bricks are being put in. How many bricks are you supposed to put in to finish the work? 30. So 30 minus 16, which is nothing but 14 bricks are remaining to be put in. Okay, so you need to put in 14 more bricks to finish the work. And now who is working to put in those 14 bricks? So who will be working for those 14 bricks? Mahesh alone will be working to put in those 14 bricks. Now what is the capacity of Mahesh? Mahesh can put in 2 bricks in 1 day. Now to put in 14 bricks, how many days will be required? 14 divided by 2, which is nothing but 7, which means 7 days Mahesh will be working alone. And the first and the second day, when 3 and 2 of them were working together. So total number of days that will be required to make the wall given this condition are 9. 9 days will be required to finish the work given this condition that on the first day all 3 works, on the second day only Suresh and Mahesh work because Ramesh leaves, and on the third day only Mahesh works because Suresh leaves at the end of second day, and that's how it goes. Now you will say, can I do the same thing by reciprocal method? Yes, you can. It's quite simple. So let's come here for reciprocal method. First day you said all 3 of them will be working. So Ramesh in 1 day will do 1/5. We have seen this in reciprocal. What's the logic of this? Suresh in 1 day will do 1/10 of work. Mahesh in 1 day will do 1/15 of work. So if all of them are working together in 1 day, you will have 1 by 5 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 11. Sorry, 1 by 15. Okay. And if I solve this, we also know how to solve this. We multiplied this into 30 upon 30, right? So that's how you get it. So what is the answer that you will eventually get it? You will get the answer as 11 by 30. Okay, that is the amount of work that is done on the first day. So on the first day, this is the amount of work that is being done. Now what's the what's happening on second day. But let's see what's happening on second day. Who all will be working? Suresh and Mahesh. So what is the amount of work that will be done on second day? So you will say it's simple, just say 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15, right? Because only Suresh and Mahesh are working. So let's just add, this is 15 plus 10, which is nothing but 25 divided by 15 into 10. Now let's cancel this. This comes out to be 5 is it 25, 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are and 5 3s are. Okay, let's just keep it as this is 1 by 6. Let's just keep it as 5 by 30 only, which we got it earlier here. You will say, why are you keeping it like this? Because I want to compare it with this. Okay, 11 by 30, and then you will say what? 5 by 30 was the amount of work that was done in second day. Okay, so now you will say, what is the total work done till now? 1 plus 2, first day and second day. What is the total work done till now? 11 by 30. Okay, plus what? 5 by 30, which is nothing but 16 by 30. Okay, if you can see, we are going with the same logic. 11 plus 5, 16 bricks were put in. So even at the end of second day, 16 out of 30 bricks are being put in. It's just one and the same thing. It's just the way in which we write is different, and you call it to be two different methods. The logic still remains the same. Now, what is the total amount of work? We always know total amount of work will be what? When it is 30 by 30, right? All the 30 bricks will be put in, which is nothing but 1. So that will be my total work, 30 by 30, that is 1. So what is remaining? If I subtract 1 from 16 by 30, what will be remaining is 14 by 30, which again means what? You're supposed to put in 14 more bricks. That's what we derived it here as well. You're supposed to put in 14 more bricks. Now see who is working. So you are supposed to do how much of work? 14 by 30, correct? Now who is working? Mahesh alone. Mahesh does what? 1 by 15th of the work in one day. In one day he does this much of work. So how much of time will be required to do this much of work? That will be nothing but this divided by 1 by 15, right? This divided by 1 by 15. Because he does this much of work in one day, 1 by 15. How much of time will be required to do this much of work? Okay, that's the thing that you have to remember. So this becomes 14 by 30 into 15 by 1. 15 ones are, 15 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 sevens are. 7 days when Mahesh will work alone, and the first and the second day. So total number of days will again be 9. The same answer that we got by LCM method as well. Okay, that's how you can approach the same problem by reciprocal method. So what did you understand from this? Once you know the bricks method or the reciprocal method, the condition in which they are working will keep on changing. Like they may all work together till the end, or I may say that they all start working together, then one guy leaves, then another guy leaves, then how many days will be required to finish the work? Or I can also say, which will be our next problem, like one guy started the work, then someone else joined him, then someone else joined him, and then they finished the work. So how many days will be required to finish the work? It is just that you have to see per day how many bricks are being put in and how many bricks are remaining. So to put in those remaining bricks, how many more days will be required, and that is what we will give you your eventual answer. Suresh Mahesh problem, our favorite problem till now. Now we'll see one more scenario of the same problem, just to play with this and understand time and work even better. So now I'll say that Ramesh alone, Suresh alone, Mahesh alone, 5 days, 10 days, 15 days they take respectively to do the work. Now I'm saying on the first day only Ramesh was working. Okay, only Ramesh was working. Then on the second day Suresh joined him. So instead of leaving, now someone is joining. On the third day Mahesh joined them. Okay, and all the three started working from the start of third day onwards. How many days will be required to finish the work? So you will start first by LCM method, then by reciprocal method. Whatever you feel good for you, start with that. So I'll say 30 bricks is what they are supposed to put in. We know the LCM of this 3. So what now? Ramesh puts in 6, Suresh puts in 3, and Mahesh puts in 2 bricks per day. Now what will happen? If on the first day only Ramesh is working, he will put in how many bricks? He will put in 6 bricks. Okay, on the second day Ramesh and Suresh are working. They will put in how many? 6 plus 3, which is nothing but 9. So 9 plus 6 is what? 15 bricks are being put in till now. how many bricks are you supposed to put in? 30. So 30 minus 15, which is nothing but 15 bricks are remaining to be put in. Okay, are remaining to be put in, and we are finished with day 2. Now we start with day 3. And what is the efficiency of day 3? How many bricks are being put in? From day 3 onwards, 11 bricks will be put in one day. And how many bricks are you supposed to put in to finish the work? 15. So how many more days will be required? That will be nothing but 15 divided by 11. Okay, 15 divided by 11. And if you have to solve this, what is the answer to this? Then 11 ones are 11. Then what are you left with? 4 by 11. 1 by 11 is 9.09. 9 into 4 will be 36. Which means what? What is my answer here right now? First day, second day, and 1.36 days when all the 3 were working together. So total number of days will be 2 plus 1.36, 3.36 days will be required to finish the work, given this scenario that Ramesh works on first day, then Suresh joins him on the start of second, and Mahesh joins them at the start of third day. And that's how simple the problem becomes. Now if you want to solve by reciprocal method, ideally not preferable method in this case, but in case you feel like I want to know both the methods and I want to play with this even further, so let's start with this. So on the first day you will say what Ramesh is working. So Ramesh will be doing what? 1/5 of the work, right? 1/5 of the work one day, Suresh 1/10 of the work one day, Mahesh 1/15 of the work one day. Now if Ramesh is doing 1/5 of the work, so on the first day this much of work will be done, correct? Because Ramesh is working alone. On the second day what will happen? Ramesh and Suresh are working. So how much of work will be done? 1/10 Ramesh and Suresh, right? So 1/5, correct, plus 1/10. Because Ramesh will do 1/5 and Suresh will do 1/10. So what is the total work that has been done? Let's see that. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 upon 50. Okay, so this comes out to be 5 3s are 15, 5 10s are 50. Okay, 5 3s are 15, 5 10s are 50, correct. Now to make both of them similar, what will I do? Just multiply this by 10 by 2 to make the denominator 10. So this becomes 2 by 10. But because I just want to compare them, okay, that's why I'm just doing this. So 10 10, so that it will be easier for me to compare them. So what do I understand till now? How much of work is done till the end of second day? So it is 2 by 10 that was done on first day, and 3 by 10 that was done on the second day. So what is that? 5 by 10 of the work is done till now, which means nothing but half. Okay, as we did it earlier as well, 30 bricks you were supposed to put in. See, always compare, okay, for better understanding. 30 bricks you are supposed to put in. 9 plus 6, 15 bricks, which means half of the work. 15 bricks is half of the 30 bricks, right? Which means half of the work was done till the end of second day. Correct. The reciprocal method says the same. Half of the work is done. So half is remaining now. Now half of the work you're supposed to do, and who is working now to do this half of the work? All the 3. Okay, and if all the 3 work, what is the amount of work that will be done in one day? So Ramesh will do this, Suresh will do this, and Mahesh will do this. Okay, in one day, if they are working together. We know the answer of this. Into 30 divided by 30. If you do this, the answer comes out to be 11 by 30. This is the amount of work that will be done in one day, okay, if all the 3 work together. So how much of amount of work you're supposed to do? Half. How much you do in one day? 11 by 30. So this is what you're supposed to do. It's like you're supposed to put in 20 bricks and you put in 2 bricks in one day. So 10 days will be required, right? This just like that. You're supposed to do half of work. You do this much in one day. Okay, so how much of time will be required to do the remaining work will be this. So let's just calculate this, and we reach to our answer. So this is half into what? This becomes 30 by 11. Okay, so this becomes 2 1s are 2 15s are, which is nothing but 15 by 11. 11 ones are 11, and then again 4 by 11, which is nothing but 0.36. Okay, 4 by 11, which will be nothing but 0.36. That's it. You reach to the answer. So how many days will be required? First day, second day, and 1.36 days when they are working together. Okay, and if you add 2 plus 1.36, 3.36 days will be required to finish the work. Same answer which we got it by LCM method. Now we get it by reciprocal method. So as I said earlier, you have to just play with the bricks and reach to your answer, because some days someone will work, someone will leave, someone will join, someone will again leave, someone will again join, and it will keep on happening. You have to just see in the end as to how many bricks have you put in, how many bricks are you supposed to put in, and then remaining how many days will be required to finish the given work. Okay, and that's how simple it is to solve time and work. Now let us consider few more scenarios of Ramesh and Suresh working and play with time and work even well, because then we'll be clear with most of the concept related to time and work, and this one problem should make all your concepts clear. Okay, so let's start. Now what is given? Ramesh working alone can do a certain piece of work in 12 days, which means if he has to make this wall, he can make working alone in 12 days. Suresh working alone could do a certain piece of work in 15 days, which means if he has to make the same wall, he will be doing it in 15 days. First and a simple question, which I hope all of you should be able to answer after the first 4 videos, it should be if they are working together. So if they are working together, how many days will be required? Okay, now let's just solve it by LCM method, and if you want to solve it by reciprocal method, try it by yourself, because we have solved the first 4 videos by reciprocal. By now you should be clear by reciprocal. So let us only try by LCM, because that is, I feel, is always a preferable method. So I'll say take the LCM of 12 and 15, which comes out to be what? I told you the trick for this. Start from the largest number, take the multiples of this. 15 ones are 15, not the multiple of 12. 15 twos are 30, not the multiple of 12. 15 threes are 45, not the multiple of 12. 15 fours are 60, is also a multiple of 12 as well. So LCM is 60, right? 60 here. Okay, which means what? If 60 bricks are being put in, the wall is being made. Now Ramesh working alone does it in 12 days. It means per day he puts in how many bricks? 5. Okay, Suresh working alone does it in 15 days, which means per day he puts in how many bricks? 4. If they are working together, how many bricks will be put in one day? 5 plus 4, which is nothing but 9. How many bricks are you supposed to put in to finish the work? 60. How many bricks do you put in per day? 9. Okay, which means what? 9 6 are 54, 6 by 9, which is nothing but 0.66. Okay, 6 by 9 is nothing but 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is nothing but 0.66, and that's the answer to the first question. If they work together, how many days will be required? 6.66 days will be required to finish the work, given the condition that they work together. Okay, quite a simple question. Now let's come on to the next part of it, working alternatively, which means what? On the first day, Ramesh is working. On the second day, Suresh is working. On the third day, Ramesh is working. On the fourth day, Suresh is working, and so on. Okay, but you will start me, how did you say that on the first day Ramesh is working? Let's solve both. Working alternatively, first started by Ramesh. Okay, started by Ramesh, which means on the first day Ramesh is working. On the second day Suresh is working. On the left hand side part, we'll take the alternative of that, which means started by Suresh. First, let us solve started by Ramesh. So first day Ramesh, second day Suresh, Ramesh, Suresh, Ramesh, Suresh. This is how it will go on, right? Now you are not supposed to solve it in this way. Okay, I am writing all this because I want you to visualize it. Then I'll tell you how do you write it just by in one line, and you get to the answer. So what do you understand from this? If on the first day Ramesh is working, how many bricks will he put in? 5. If on the second day you are saying that Suresh will be working, how many bricks will Suresh put in? 4. Then what will happen on third day, as we write it here, first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth, sixth. This is how it will go on, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and so on, right? 13 will be what again? This will be Suresh, and then Ramesh. This is how it will go on. So what is actually happening? On the third day, again 5 bricks will be put in by whom? Ramesh. Then on the fourth day, 4 bricks will be put in by whom? Suresh. Then on the fifth day, what will happen? Again 5 bricks will be put in by whom? By Ramesh, and 4 bricks by Suresh, and so on. It will keep on happening. What do you understand from this? On 2 days, how many bricks are being put in? 9. On 2 days you put in 9 bricks. How many bricks are you supposed to put in to finish the work? 60. So you need to make this 9 reach 60. Okay, so that you get the required work. So multiply both sides by 6. Multiply both sides by 6. 2 into 6, 9 into 6. 2 into 6 is nothing but 12. In 12 days, 9 into 6 is nothing but 54 bricks will be put in. Okay, I'm close to my answer. You will see, why didn't you multiply by 7? 9 7s are 63. Okay, I would have went beyond 60. I want to be under 60, and then think of what will be the answer, and that's the logic as well. If you're not able to do it in this way, that's the logic. 5, then write a 4, then write a 5, then write a 4, then write a 5, then write a 4, and calculate all of them. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, till 12 day, how many bricks will be put in? 54 bricks will be put in. Okay, that's quite understandable, but you are not supposed to solve it in this way. Write it in this way and get the answer, like say in 2 lines. Now what will you do? Now on 13th day, what is actually happening? On 13th day, who is working? You know, Ramesh will be working. Okay, quite a logic, because on odd number of days, always Ramesh is working. So on 13th day, Ramesh is working, and how many bricks will Ramesh put in? 5. So 59 bricks are being put in, and you are done, and you're done with 13th day. Okay, and now what will happen? How many bricks are remaining to be put in to finish the work? 1. Okay, because if you put in 60, the work is done. So one brick is remaining to be put in to finish the work. And who is working now? Suresh. Okay, as you know, Suresh will be working. What is the capacity of Suresh? He can put in 4 bricks in one day. 4 bricks in one day, but you're not supposed to put in 4, you're supposed to put in 1. So how much of the day will be required? 1/4, which means this is what you're supposed to put in 1, and this is what your capacity is. Okay, supposed to put in capacity. 1/4 of the 14th day will be required, which means 13 full days, and 1/4 of the 14 days, 13.25. If I have to put it in decimal, that is the number of days will be required to finish the work if they work alternatively, started by Ramesh. Okay, it's quite simple. Just write it this part of it, and you should reach to your answer. Now let's see the next part of it. If Suresh starts the work, okay, not Ramesh, but Suresh starts. So what will happen now? Instead of RS, I'll have an SR. And that is how it will keep on going. Okay, now what do you understand from this? If Suresh is working on the first day, how many bricks will he put in? 4. Okay, and if Ramesh is working on the second day, how many bricks will he put in? 5. Again it will be what? 4. 5. So instead of 5 4 5 4, you have a 4 5 4 5. That will be going on. Now let it be 4 5 or let it be 5 4. In 2 days, how many bricks are being put in? 9. That is quite clear. So what do you understand? In 2 days, 9 bricks are being put in. Correct? Let it be RS or let it be SR. In 2 days, always you will put in 9 bricks. That will always happen. Multiplying both sides by 6 because I want to reach 60. Okay, so 6 into 2 will be nothing but 12, and 9 into 6 is nothing but 54. So which means in 12 days, 54 bricks are being put in, just like this. Okay, just like this. But now on 13th day, who is working? Now just check it out. Not supposed to write, but it's a logic. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Obviously it is what? Suresh, because Suresh started this, right? Because, so what will it be now? 13th day, it will be, correct, Ramesh, and it will be your Suresh, right? Yeah, so Suresh will be working on a 13th day, right? Because in 2, you even number, you always have a Ramesh, so odd number is always your Suresh. Okay, so 13th day, instead of Ramesh who was working here, we have a Suresh who will be working. That's the only difference. Now how many bricks will he put in? 4, because that is what he does. So 58 bricks will be put in at the end of 13th day. Okay, that's what is done. Now on the 14th day, who is working? Ramesh. How many bricks is he supposed to put in? 2, because 60 bricks the work is done. What is his capacity? His capacity is 5. So he can put in 5 bricks, but you're just supposed to put in 2. So 2/5 of the 14th day, which means 13 full days, and 2/5 of the 14th day, that will be required to finish the work, and that's the answer for the next part of the question. Okay, so if Suresh starts the work while working alternatively, how many days will be required to finish the work? 13 2 by 5. Okay, and if Ramesh starts the work working alternatively, how many days will be required to finish the work? 13 1 by 4. Okay, so you are just supposed to solve what? This much part in the exam. Okay, this much here and this much here. Okay, and you should reach to your answer, because that's quite the logic. No, so no need to write all this. This is just for your visualization and understanding as to how will things happen. So as I told you at the start, if you know the LCM method, you just need to know per day how many bricks are being put in the end how many bricks are remaining, and how many days will be required to put in those remaining bricks. Okay, and that will eventually give you your answer for time and work. Let us consider few more scenarios to the problem of Ramesh and Suresh and increase our understanding better as to how do you deal with such problems. So the next scenario that has been given here is how much of time will be required to finish the work if Ramesh started 2 days later in comparison to Suresh. Okay, that is the first scenario. And second that has been given is this: if Ramesh leaves 2 days before the actual completion of the work. So tell me the exact number of days that will be required in case 1 when this happens, and case 2 when this thing happens. Okay, so let's start with this and we'll jump on to the second case in the next half. So Ramesh started 2 days later in comparison to Suresh. What is the meaning of this? On the first 2 days, who was working? Suresh was working alone, because Ramesh started 2 days later. Okay, first day and second day Suresh was working alone. From third day onwards, Ramesh joined Suresh, right? So who all are working right now? Ramesh and Suresh. Till how long they will be working? Ramesh and Suresh, third day, fourth day, fifth day. Till how long will they be working? Till the time you finish the work, they will keep on working. So how many days will be required to finish the work? Quite a simple problem, because you know that Ramesh puts in 5 bricks in one day, Suresh puts in 4 bricks in one day. On the first 2 days, can you tell me how many bricks are being put in? 4 plus 4, because Suresh will be putting here 4 on the first day, 4 on the next day. 8 bricks are being put in. Then how many bricks are being remaining to be put in? 60 minus 8, right? 60 minus 8, which is nothing but 52. So 52 bricks will be remaining to be put in, starting from this. So 52 bricks will be remaining to be put in. To put in those 52 bricks, who all are working? Ramesh and Suresh. How many bricks do they put in working together? 5 plus 4, 9 bricks they put in one day. So to put in 52 bricks, how many days will be required? That is nothing but 52 divided by 9. Okay, because they put in 9 bricks in one day, they're supposed to put in 52 bricks to finish the work. So how many days will be required? Let's come here and solve this and reach to our answer. So this is 9 5s are 45. What are you left with? This 7 by 9. That's it. If you want, convert it. 1 by 9 is 11.11 into 7, 5.77, or you can say just 5 7 by 9. 5 7 by 9 when they are working together. So 5 7 by 9 when they are working together, and the first and the second day, 2 days when Suresh was working alone. So total number of days that will be required to finish the work will be 2 plus 5 7 by 9. Okay, which is nothing but 7 by 9 days that will be required to finish the work, given the scenario that Ramesh started 2 days later in comparison to Suresh. Okay, what is your understanding? Suresh was working alone for the first 2 days, and that's how you reach to your answer. Now let's see the next part of it. It looks quite similar, right? Ramesh leaves 2 days before the actual completion. Now be assured, what is actual completion here? Actual completion means putting up 60 bricks. Okay, that's it. If you put in 60 bricks, that will be the actual completion of the work. Okay, scheduled completion, which means what? What is scheduled completion? See, that will be coming in the next part. Scheduled completion means if they would have worked together. Okay, given this scenario, if they would have worked together, so how many days will be required? So which is nothing but 6.66 days. This is the scheduled completion. Okay, but now we are talking about actual completion. Actual completion is just basically telling you to put in 60 bricks and your work will be done. Okay, that's what a difference between two of them. So let's start. Ramesh leaves 2 days before the actual completion of the work. So which means what? Who was working on the last 2 days? Now Ramesh leaves 2 days before the actual completion of the work. So who was working in the last 2 days? Suresh alone. Now instead of first 2 days, Suresh is working alone in the last 2 days. So which means how many bricks will he put in the last 2 days? 8. 8 bricks is what he will put in the last 2 days. Now Ramesh and Suresh were working since the start, right? Ramesh and Suresh were working since the start, right? They were working since the start. So how many days did they work at the start? Again, you will say 8 bricks are being put in the last 2 days. Total 60 bricks is what you're supposed to put in. 60 minus 8 is nothing but 52 bricks are remaining. 52 bricks would be put in the first few days where Ramesh and Suresh were working together. Together, how many bricks they put in one day? 9. So to put in 52, how many days will be required? 52 by 9, which is nothing but 5, 7 by 9. So the answer remains to be same. 5, 7 by 9 days when they are working together, and 2 days when Suresh was working on the last 2 days. So 5, 7 by 9 plus 2, answer is nothing but 7 by 9 days will be required to finish the work, given that this is the condition where Ramesh leaves 2 days before the actual completion of the work. Okay, so if Ramesh leaves 2 days before, which means what? On last 2 days Suresh was working, and if Ramesh joined 2 days later, which means on the first 2 days Suresh was working. Let it be first 2 days or let it be last 2 days, the answer will remain to be same. And that's how simple the logic of time and work is. You just have to play with the bricks as to how many bricks are being put in, how many bricks are remaining to be put in. To put in those remaining bricks, who all are working per day, how many bricks do they put in, and then how many bricks will be required to finish the work. Now let's take the next scenario to the same problem. Now even before I tell you the solution to this problem, you should be able to find the solution by yourself. Now I just replaced Suresh by Ramesh and Ramesh by Suresh. So what did I say right now? Suresh started 2 days later in comparison to Ramesh, which means what? On the first 2 days now Ramesh will be working. If he is working on the first 2 days, how many bricks will he put in? 10 bricks is what he will put in. Which means for the rest of the days who were working, Suresh and Ramesh were working. Okay, Suresh and Ramesh were working. How many bricks are remaining right now? 60 is what you're supposed to put in, 10 is what you have put in. So remaining, you're supposed to put in 50 bricks. To put in 50 bricks, Ramesh and Suresh are working together. Together in one day, how many bricks do they put in? 9. So to put in 50 bricks, how many days will be required? Which is nothing but 50 divided by 9, which is nothing but 9 5s are 45 and 5 by 9. 5 by 9 days when they are working together, and the first 2 days when Ramesh was working alone. So 2 plus 5 by 9, which is nothing but 7 5 by 9 days will be required to finish the work given this scenario. And you know the answer for next will also be what? Suresh leaves 2 days before the actual completion of work, which means instead of first 2 days, I have last 2 days when Ramesh was working alone, right? This is just like the previous problem, that's why I'm not repeating it. Instead of Ramesh, you have a Suresh here. So which means in the last 2 days, you have Ramesh that was working. So he'll put in 10 bricks here. At the start, I'm having Ramesh and Suresh who were working together, and 50 bricks were remaining. They're putting in 9 bricks in one day. 50 divided by 9, which is again nothing but 5 by 9 when they are working together, and the last 2 days when Ramesh was working alone. So 5 by 9 plus 2, which is nothing but 7 5 by 9 days. Okay, I hope you get this concept quite clearly. So this was just a repetition of previous problem, ideally not to be taken, but it was taken in this video just for your practice. Okay, so that you visualize things even better. Now let's test the Ramesh and Suresh problem with few more scenarios. Okay, and now I come up with a new concept called as scheduled completion. Okay, I told you about this earlier. We talked about actual completion. Actual completion means if I put in 60 bricks, that is the actual completion. That is the work that I'm supposed to complete, to put in the 60 bricks. When I tell you about scheduled completion means if they would have worked together. So Ramesh leaves 2 days before the scheduled completion. So I told them to work together, Ramesh and Suresh. If they would have worked together, they would have put in 9 bricks. They are supposed to put in 60. So 60 divided by 9, we got the answer as 6.66 days is when they were supposed to complete the work working together, which means nothing would have happened. They would have worked together, no one would have left. Okay, that is when they would have completed the work in 2 by 3 days. This is the scheduled completion. If no problem would have happened, this was the schedule by which the work was supposed to be completed. But what happened now? Ramesh leaves 2 days before the scheduled completion, which means subtract 2 from this. Okay, which means 6 2 by 3 is what they're supposed to complete the work as per the schedule. But since Ramesh left 2 days before, which means 6 2 by 3 minus 2 is nothing but 4 2 by 3. Okay, I hope you get this calculation. Just don't consider the fraction part. 6 minus 2 will be nothing but 4, which means 4 2 by 3 days is when they work together. 4 2 by 3 days is when they work together, right? 4 2 by 3 is when they work together, and that is when after that Ramesh left, and the rest of the work was completed by Suresh. So now you will start thinking, okay, if 4 2 by 3 days they were working together, how many bricks will be put in those many days, right? Per day, how many bricks they put in? Both of them, 5 plus 4, that is nothing but 9. So in 4 2 by 3 days, how many bricks will they put in? 4 2 by 3 into 9. That's as simple as that. Okay, now one easy way to calculate this is do 9 into 4 will be 36 plus 2 by 3 into 9. Do it in this way: 2 by 3 into 9, 3 1s are 3 3s are 2 into 3 6. 36 plus 6 is nothing but 42. 42 bricks will be put in till 4 2 by 3 days when both of them were working together. That is 2 days before they were supposed or scheduled to complete the work. Now how many bricks are being remaining? 18 bricks are being remaining, right? If 18 bricks are being remaining, who is working now to put in those 18 bricks? Suresh. Okay, how many bricks he puts in 1 day? 4. So to put in 18 bricks, how many days will be required? 18 by 4, that is nothing but 9 by 2. Okay, 9 by 2 is nothing but 4.5, or you can say 4 1 by 2 day. 4 1 by 2 day when Suresh is working alone, and 4 2 by 3 days when they were working together. They were working together and Suresh was working alone. This is the total number of days that will be required to finish the work. Okay, that's it. Now just add 4 plus 4 will be 8 plus of 2 by 3 plus of 1 by 2. Okay, just a way to add, keeping the fraction same, keeping the integers on one side. Now this will be what? 2 into 2, it will be 4 plus 3, 7 by 6. So 8 plus 7 by 6. You can convert this. This is 6 1s are 6. 6 plus 1 will again mention addition here. This one becomes 9 1 by 6. Okay, I hope you know all this calculation. That's why I'm doing it faster. That's it. 9 1 by 6 are the number of days that will be required if this thing happens, that Ramesh leaves 2 days before the scheduled completion of the work. Okay, and that's how simple the problem becomes. You can take the flip scenario of this as well. What will be the flip scenario? Let me just cut this and take a flip scenario of the problem. What is the flip scenario? Instead of Ramesh, just cut this and write a Suresh here. Just write a Suresh here. Okay, and the problem remains same. Suresh leaves 2 days before the scheduled completion, which means again for 4 2 by 3 days they were working together. If they are working together, again multiply this by 9. 9 bricks will be put in 1 day. So again 42 bricks will be put in when they are working together. Now Suresh leaves, which means to put in 18 bricks, those remaining 18 bricks, because 60 the work is completed. Who was working now? Ramesh. Instead of Suresh, now it will be Ramesh because Suresh left. So how many days will be required here? So this becomes what? 5 3s are 15. Then what? 3 by 5. Okay, 5 3s are 15. 3 by 5. 3 by 5 when Ramesh was working alone, and 4 2 by 3 when they were working together. Okay, when they were working together, 4 2 by 3 and 3 by 5 when Ramesh was working alone. So total number of days that will be required will be, add the integers, 4 plus 3, it will be 7 plus 2 by 3 plus 3 by 5. Okay, now just add this to reach to your answer. This becomes 7 plus 5 into 2 is 10 plus 9. It will be 19 upon 15. Okay, if you have to solve this, 15 1s are 15. This becomes 8. 16, 17, 18, 19, 8 4 by 15. 8 4 by 15. Okay, that's how you reach to your answer. So 15 1s are 15. I just took the one there. It becomes 8. 16, 17, 18, 19, 8 4 by 15 days. Okay, that is the total number of days that will be required to finish the work, given the scenario that Suresh leaves 2 days before the scheduled completion. So what we are supposed to understand from this was, what does the scheduled completion? If nothing happens, if everything remains as it was organized when they worked together, what was the schedule at which the work was supposed to be complete. An actual completion, as we saw it in the earlier problem, you're just supposed to put in those bricks. If you put in those bricks, then the actual work would be completed. Hello everyone. So earlier we saw problem of time and work with respect to Ramesh, Suresh, Mahesh working alone. Okay, so I told you Ramesh working alone could do a certain piece of work in so many days, Suresh working alone could do a certain piece of work in so many days, and so does Mahesh working alone could do a certain piece of work in so many days. And then I asked you if they work together, or if they worked alternatively, or if Mahesh leaves the work, or if Ramesh leaves the work, then how many days will be required, and that was our earlier problem. Now this is a different type which is called as clubbed work. Now I'm not giving you when and how many days can Ramesh do the work working alone. I'm telling you Ramesh and Suresh, so I'm giving you clubbed work. They together can do a piece of work in 8 days. Similarly, Suresh and Mahesh together could do a piece of work in 12 days. Similarly, Ramesh and Mahesh together could do a piece of work in 8 days. And I ask you what was given earlier. How many days can they finish the work working alone? So I gave you working alone earlier, and I asked you if all three work together or if they work alternatively. But now I am giving you clubbed work. Okay, which is this? Two of them are working at a time and they can finish a certain piece of work in so many days. So if they work alone, then how many days will be required to finish the work? Okay, and that's how this problem becomes different, but the approach still remains same. Okay, we'll go with LCM method and we'll solve this. So what will I first see? I'll first see 8, 12, 8. What is the LCM of this 3? Let's take 12 ones are 12, not a multiple of 8. 12 twos are 24. That's it, 24 bricks. If 24 bricks are being put in, my work is done. 8 into 3 is 24, 12 into 2 is 24, 8 into 3 is 24. But what is the meaning of this? Let's understand this 3. What is the meaning of this? Ramesh and Suresh together could put in 3 bricks. But what is the split up? I don't know. Does Ramesh puts in 1, Suresh puts in 2, Ramesh puts in 2, Suresh puts in 1, Ramesh puts in 1.5, Suresh puts in... I don't know what is the split up here. Okay, if I would have known the split up, like Ramesh puts in 1 bricks in 1 day, then to put in 24 bricks, he would have required 24 days. But I don't know the split up, and that is where I face a bigger problem now. So let's see how do we tackle that. Let's first write this. Ramesh plus Suresh could together put in how many bricks? 3 bricks. Let's come here now. So let's see the next part, which is quite similar. 2 bricks, but who? Suresh and Mahesh together could put in how many bricks? 2 bricks. Again, I don't know the split up. 1, 1, 0.5, 1.5. That is where again I have a problem. And the last part, which will be Ramesh plus Mahesh together could put in how many bricks? 3 bricks. Again, the split up is not known. Okay, which is 1, 2, 2, 1, 1.5, 1.5. Oh, sorry, 1.5, 2.5, and then so on. It could be any of the split up. Now, but here I see a pattern. How will I get the bricks that are being put up by Ramesh alone, Suresh alone, and Mahesh alone? That is what I'm supposed to know. Okay, I want to know the split up. In the 3, Ramesh puts how many, Suresh puts how many, and in the 2, Suresh puts how many and Mahesh puts how many. So I need to know the split up. That's where I see a pattern. RR MM SS. So add the entire LHS. Okay, so what will it become then? If I add the entire LHS, it will become 2R plus 2S plus 2M is equals to 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8. So what do I get from this? R plus S plus M is equals to 4, which means Ramesh, Suresh and Mahesh together they put in 4 bricks in 1 day. But what do I already know? I know what is R plus S. What is R plus S? 3. So if R plus S is 3, what is M then? M is equals to 1. So I know this. M is equals to 1. Let's put M is equals to 1 here. It means Mahesh puts in 1 brick in 1 day. Which means what? Ramesh puts in 2 bricks in 1 day, because 2 plus 1, it has to be 3 here. Again put a M as 1 here, because I know M is 1. If M is 1, then S is also equal to 1. Suresh also puts in 1 brick in 1 day, just like Mahesh. Now let's put an S1 here. If you put S as 1 here, then what will be R? R will be equal to 2. which means 2 plus 1, it has to be equal to 3, right? So Ramesh again puts in 2 bricks in one day. So we know about everything now. Now we can find it out the answer quite easily. Ramesh puts in 2 bricks in one day. How many bricks is he supposed to put in to finish the work? 24. So how many days will be required? 24 divided by 2, which is nothing but 12 days. So Ramesh working alone could do a piece of work in 12 days. We got the answer to this. Similarly, Suresh and Mahesh. Suresh and Mahesh puts how many brick in one day? 1. Both of them put 1 brick in one day. How many bricks are they supposed to put in? 24. Both of them. So if working alone, how many days would be required? 1 brick in one day to put in 24 bricks. 24 days. 24 days Suresh required to do the work alone. Similarly, Mahesh will require what? 24 days. Okay, 24 days to do the work alone, and that's how we reach to the answer. So 24 days for Suresh, 24 days for Mahesh, and 12 days for Ramesh, because Ramesh is the only one who puts in 2 bricks in one day. Okay, that's why he requires half of the number of days that are being required by Suresh and Mahesh, and we got to the answer to this. How many days can they finish the work working alone? So we know 24, 24 and then 12. So that's how this problem becomes different. But the approach is still the same. You just have to find out the number of bricks. But now in this case, you know the total number of bricks which are being put up by 2. From there you have to get the individual number of bricks that are being put up by each one of them to reach to the answer of finding the number of days when they work alone, everyone. So now let us see few problems on time and work which are with respect to efficiency type. Okay, so we started with normal time and work, then we moved on to clubbed work. Now we'll see problem on efficiency. Now what is important here is to understand how do you fit the problem of efficiency in the LCM method. Okay, the LCM method that we have studied, how do you fit this problem into that and eventually reach to the solution of this. So it is important to understand the wordings related to the problems on efficiency. So let's understand this. A, B and C is given. A is thrice as efficient as B. So see, this is what you're supposed to understand. A is thrice as efficient as B and C is twice as efficient as B. What is the meaning of this? If A is thrice as efficient as B, which means A does 3 times as much work as B does. Okay, which means what? If I am telling you B puts in 1 brick, then how many brick will A put in? 3. Okay, because A is thrice as efficient as B. So let's write it here. If I write an A and if I write an B, how many days will A complete the work? I don't know. How many days will B complete the work? I don't know. If you are thinking I'm just trying to fit this into the LCM method, if I apply the LCM method, what will I put in? I just know the bricks. If I'm telling A is thrice as efficient as B, which means if B puts in 1 brick in one day, you can assume anything. Okay, 1 is easiest to assume, that's why I take this. So A will put in 3 bricks in one day. Okay, because A is thrice as efficient as B. That's what you have to understand from this. And let's take C now. What is being said about C? I don't know in how many days will C finish the work, but what do I know is a bricks. C is twice as efficient as B. Twice as efficient, which means whatever work B does, C does twice of that. So if B puts in 1 brick, C will put in how many brick? C will put in 2 bricks in one day. C will put in 2 bricks in one day. Okay, that's it. So I know about they putting up the bricks. So A puts in 3 bricks in one day, B puts in 1 brick in one day, and C puts in 2 bricks in one day. Now what is eventually asked to me in the question? Let's see what is being asked to us now. What is the ratio of the number of days taken by A, B, C when they work individually? So if they work alone, what are the number of days? What is the ratio? Okay, not the number of days, because you cannot find the exact number of days. This could also be what you will ask me, why can't I find out the exact? Because this could be 6 as well, this could be 2 as well, and this could be 4 as well, right? Still you will say he is thrice as efficient and he is twice as efficient as B. Okay, this could be anything. This could be, say multiply by 9, this could be 9, this could be 3, and this could be 6 as well. Still you can say is thrice as efficient, is twice as efficient. So this is just a guideline, a ratio of their bricks, that is 3:1:2. I don't know exactly how many bricks are they putting up, right? And that's why it will be difficult to find out the exact number of days, but obviously I can find out the ratio of the days taken by them. So what will I say? Take the LCM of this 3, or just multiply this 3. 3 into 1 is 3, into 2 is 6. If I say they are supposed to put in 6 bricks, if they put in 6 bricks, then the work is done. So how many days will be taken by A to put in 6 bricks? How many days will be taken by A? 2. Correct? 2 days, such that he puts in 3 bricks in 1 day, and 6 bricks is what he puts in, and he finishes the work. Now take anything, take 12, take 18, take 30. Okay, obviously you are getting the answer of the ratio, but taking 6 is easier, that's why I took this. Now you will say B puts in 1 brick in 1 day, so to put in 6 bricks, how many days will be required? 6. Correct? Similarly, C puts in 2 brick in 1 day, so to put in 6 bricks, how many days will be required? 3. That's it. This is the answer. Number of days taken by A, B, C, the ratio of that will be nothing but 2:6:3, and that is your answer to this question. 2:6:3 is the ratio of number of days taken by A, B, C when they work individually. So that's how you actually deal with the problem of efficiency. Let's take one more problem for our better understanding of how to go ahead with such kind of problem. Now you should be able to solve it by yourself. Pause the video and try it. Okay, till the time I'll solve it for you. So pause the video, try it by yourself. If not, then you have a solution here. Okay, so let's start solving this now. A is thrice as efficient as B. So I have an A and I have a B. He's saying me A is thrice as efficient as B, which means if A puts in 3 bricks in 1 day, B puts in only 1, because A does 3 times as much as work as B does. Okay, so that's why when A puts in 3, B puts in 1. A is thrice as efficient as B. Working together, they can complete the whole work in 3 days. So A can do a piece of work individually in how many days? I don't know. B can do a piece of work individually in how many days? I don't know. But what do I know? If they work together, then they can do a piece of work in 3 days. Okay, so I know this, that's 3. Just think about the LCM method. What you know, what you don't know, and try and fill everything. Working together, they can do a piece of work in 3 days. Okay, something that is known to me. Now, how many bricks will they put in 1 day if they work together? That will be nothing but 3 plus 1, right? 3 plus 1, which will be nothing but 4 bricks. 4 bricks is what they will put in 1 day working together. They are able to finish the work in 3 days. 3 into 4, which means the total number of bricks are 12. So if they put in 12 bricks, then they will be able to finish the work, right? That's what I know from this. Now A puts in 3 bricks in 1 day. So can you tell me how many days will be required for A to finish the work working alone? That will be 4. Because he puts in 3 bricks in 1 day, 4 into 3, 12 bricks is what he is supposed to put in. Similarly, B puts in 1 brick in 1 day. So how many days will be required for B to put in 12 bricks? That will be nothing but 12. So B will require 12 days to finish the work working alone. Okay, what else is given to us here now? Let's see what else is given and what is being asked. If B takes 8 more days than A, I don't need that. I already know that B takes 8 more days than A. Okay, even if this statement was not given, I would have known my answer. What is the number of days taken by A to finish the work working alone? That is nothing but 4. Okay, we know the answer for this. Number of days taken by A to finish the work working alone, that will be nothing but 4 days. Okay, so all that you have to see in efficiency kind of problem and understand is, when I say one person is 3 times or 2 times more efficient than the other person, I am trying to say that he puts in 3 or 2 bricks when the other person puts in 1 brick. Okay, he does twice or thrice of the work of what other person does. So you compare them only with the bricks. Obviously, if you put in more bricks, you will require lesser number of days. okay, and if you put in less brick you will require more number of days, okay, and that's the logic that goes with efficiencies and then finding out the number of days that will be required to finish the work. So know this problem, how to deal with this, practice few more problems on efficiency, and you should be good to go with such kind of problem. So now we start with one completely different kind of problem in time and work. It is called as men day hours. Okay, so if you get a problem related to this, it will be men day hours. Now what is that? It just has one simple formula which you have to apply and reach to the answer, okay, and as soon as you read the problem you will come to know it's in men day hours, because it will be given something like this. Say 25 men can do a piece of work in 36 days working 10 hours a day. So what do I have? I have men, yes, I have days for which they are working, and I have per day how many hours are they working. So they can do a certain piece of work. Say again, we keep the piece of work to be same. It is about making a wall. So 25 men in 36 days working 10 hours per day could make a wall. Then the question is asking me, then how many men are required to complete the work, which means the same work, working 6 hours a day. So instead of 10 now they are working 6 hours, the hours are reduced, and 20 days. So they are working for lesser days and lesser hours. Obviously you will require more than 25 men, right? Because 25 men working for 36 days and working 10 hours per day could do a work. Now the same work needs to be done by certain amount of men, which I don't know, but they are working 6 hours. So the number of hours are reduced by 4 and the number of days are also reduced by 16. Okay, 36 days they were working, now they are working for only 20 days. Okay, so what is the answer? It is more than 25, but what is the answer? So all that you have to do right now here is write a formula. The easiest way and the easiest kind of problem that you can get in time and work is men day hours. Okay, and this is our favorite formula here. M1 D1 H1 upon W1 will be equal to M2 D2 H2 upon W2. Okay, now you will wonder what is that now. So M1 is nothing but men. Initially men, what was given to us? 25 men. Okay, then this is nothing but days. What was given to us was 36 days. Working for 10 hours, so H1 is nothing but 10. So M1 D1 H1 is given to me. Then how many men, which means M2 is being asked to me, let that be equal to X, can complete the work, which means same work we are talking about. So this W1 is equal to W2. Okay, this W1 is equal to W2 because they are doing the same work. They are doing the same work what these many men did, right? So this gets cancelled. Eventually it will change, but since this is the first problem, I had taken a basic problem where W1 is equal to W2, so that's why they get cancelled. But do they exist? Yes, they exist here in the formula. Then what? D2 means what? How many days are they working? 20 days. Okay, it is given here to me. How many hours per day? 6 hours per day. That's it. So which means out of this 6 things, which you can see there, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 5 will be given. You're supposed to find 1, and that's why I said these are the easiest kind of time and work problem that you can ever get. So write it, 25 into 36 into 10 is equals to X into 20 into 6. Okay, now let's just cut to reach to the answer. 6 1s are 6 6 are 36. Then what? 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25. Then what else can you cut? 2 2s are 4, and then 2 3s are 6, then 2 1s are, and then 2 5s are. Correct, you have cut everything now. So what is X equal to now? Let's just multiply. 5 into 5 is 25, into 3 is 75. Correct. So that's your answer. 75 men, as we told, it needs to be greater than 25 men. It is greater than 25 men. So 75 men will be required, working 6 hours a day and working for 20 days to do a certain piece of work, which was done by 25 men in 36 days working 10 hours a day. So for the same work I require 75 men. So that's how easy it is. As I told you, just put the formula. Out of the formula, some values will be given to you, one value will not be given to you. Let that be equal to X, and then just eventually go ahead to find out the X. Now in the next few videos we'll see a complicated version of this. We'll try and change the work. We'll make some workers which are being absent to work, and so on. So we'll see the variations that can come to the men day hours formula in the coming videos. Now let us consider few more scenarios to mend our problem. So how is this problem different from the first problem that we solved? So what is given here? 16 workers working 6 hours a day can build a wall of length 150 meters, breadth 20 meters and height 12 meters in 25 days. So now the work is given to me. Earlier I was being said that W1 is equals to W2. Now they are building different wall, I guess. Okay, in how many days can 12 workers working 8 hours a day? So how many days is being asked here? Okay, so men is being given to me, R is being given to me, days is something that is asked to me, but the work is different. They are building different wall. They are building a wall of length 800, breadth 15 and height 6, which means in this case you don't have W1 is equals to W2, which happened in the first problem. Okay, so let's write it down. Let's start with the formula. M1 D1 H1 upon W1 is equals to M2 D2 H2 upon W2. Okay, that's the formula we know. Now let's substitute whatever we know. So we are being given first here 16 workers, which means M1 is equals to 16. So let's write that. D1, which means they are working for how many days? They are working for 25 days. So write it 25, right? So this is given and this is given. 6 hours a day. So let's put a 6 here. This is what I write it here, and this will be compared with what? 12 workers is given here. So let's write a 12 here. This is 12 workers. 8 hours a day. So let's write 8 hours a day, which will be 8 here. For how many days? So whatever we are supposed to find it out, we write it here as X. Okay, and that's how we come up with this. But now W1 is not equal to W2. They are building different wall and they are building different wall. Okay, so what will you write it here? Area or not area, you can say volume. Okay, the volume of the wall that they are building, and wall is nothing but a cuboid, and the volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height. So you will just do here is multiply. This work will be what? 150, which is length, into 20, which is breadth, into height, which is 12, and the work that will be done by them will be 800, which is length, 15, which is breadth, and 6, that is height. Now you have to just cut this and get the value of X, and that will be your answer. So let's start. 6 ones are 6 twos are, then what is remaining is 2 ones are 2 400s are. What else? I can just cut this. 15 ones are 15 10s are 150. Okay, this becomes what? 20 into 10, 200, right? 200 ones are 200, twos are 400. Okay, so that's what I'm left with here. Now only thing as left here is 2. I can again say 2 ones are 2 6 are 12. Okay, this 6 and this 6 gets cancelled. What else? 8 ones are 8, twos are 16. 25 into 2, I get X is nothing but 50, and that is my answer to this question. Okay, how many days will be required? 50 days will be required given all this condition. So how is this problem different? I just changed the work here. Okay, I said these many men, these many days, these many hours are building a different wall. So how many men? So I gave you the men, right? Or I can say how many men? I gave you the men here. Working for so many hours will require how many days, but they are building a different wall here. Okay, so W1 is not equal to W2. So make sure you play with this. In case they can also put it in this way, I'll put a variation. They are doing twice as work as what they were doing. So you will say W2 is equals to what? 2 into W1. Okay, you can also put it in this way. Okay, it's just the way of playing with the work that is being done. Now let's see problem of absent workers in Mende hours. So the earlier problem that we saw, and this problem is slightly different as compared to that problem. The approach to this is slightly different as compared to the previous problem. Okay, so let's see. The formula still remains the same, but the approach will be different. A group of workers can do a piece of work in 10 days. So I'm being told some workers, I don't know, but they can do a piece of work in 10 days. 5 of them are absent. So earlier, whatever was the number of workers, 5 of them are absent, and so now the work is done in 12 days. Find the original number of workers is my question here. So always say that let the original number of workers be X. What will I do here? See, R's is not given here, so the formula is now reduced to M1 into D1, okay, upon W1 is equals to M2 into D2 upon W2. That's how the formula is reduced right now, because ours is not there. So let's ignore that, or let that be equal to 1. It'll give the same formula here. Now what is given to me? A group of workers. Let the initial number of men or the group of workers be X. So I write it here X. Okay, X men. How many days? 10 days. So let this be 10. Okay, men into days. I don't know men, so I call it to be X. So X into 10 upon W1 will be equal to what? M2. Now 5 of them are absent. So initially how many did I had? X. Now 5 of them are absent. So how many workers are left? X minus 5. Correct. Initially I had group of workers, so I call original to be X. Now 5 of them are absent. So how many workers are left? X minus 5. Whatever was their workers, subtract 5 from that. So these many workers, when 5 of them are absent, the work is done in 12 days. The work is done in 12 days, which means what? Again, this is given to be 12. Work is done in 12 days, which means we are talking about the same work. So W1 is equals to W2. So I'll write this also as W1, because 5 workers being absent, the work is done in 12 days, but it was the same work. They were building the same wall here. So this W1 and this W1 gets cancelled here. What is the answer that I get it here? 10x. 10x is equals to 12x. 12x minus what? 60. So 12x minus 10x is nothing but 2x. 2x is equals to 60. So x comes out to be what? 30, and that is my answer. Correct. Let's just see if we solve it correct. This is 12x minus 10x. This is equals to 2x is equals to 60. Correct. X is equals to 30. Okay. So that's how. So original number of workers were 30. Okay. If you want to just cross check this, do 30 into 10. It will be 300 and 25. This will be 25 into 12 will again be equal to 300. Correct. And that's how it will always happen. Okay. So in case an absent worker kind of a problem is given in men day hours, just start with the original number of workers as X. Okay, then if the absent workers, then it becomes X minus that. Or they can also put it in this way, not absent but added. Okay, initially I had X number of workers, now I add 10 more workers, so it becomes X plus 10. Okay, that's the only thing you'll identify as a difference here. Or if I were to further complicate it, I'll change the work as well. I'll say that now if I add the work, they are doing twice of the work as they were doing it earlier. So if this is W1, this W2 becomes 2 of W1. Okay, and that's when again it will get cancelled and you will reach to the answer. So you can bring in a lot of variation in this, but the basic concept still remains the same. You have to use the formula, and in case they give you an absent worker or an added worker, let the initial number of worker be X, then just add or subtract to that and reach to your final answer. Variation to men day hours. Now this is a problem which is comparing efficiency. So in men day hours, we saw normal men day hours, then we changed the W1 and W2 work, then we saw problems of absent workers. Now this is a problem on efficiency. Okay, now how is this problem different from the earlier problem? Let's see to that. 6 men or 10 women. Now for the first time we are getting an or here, which means what? 6 men or 10 women means the amount of work which is done by 6 men is equal to the amount of work that is being done by 10 women, and that's why you say 6 men is equals to 10 women, or 6 men is equals to or 10 women. Okay, that's the meaning. The amount of work that is being done by them is same. Can reap a field in 15 days. Okay, which means 6 men in 15 days and 10 women in 15 days. Okay, that's how or is given here. Then the number of days that 12 men and 5 women. Okay, and that's where it is a variation. They are giving you or and asking you and to reap the same field is. Okay, and that's where you will think that how will I start with the problem? What will be my approach here? The approach will be same. We'll write the formula M1 into D1, since there is no R, upon W1 is equals to M2 into D2 upon W2. Since they are reaping the same field, right? So W1 is equal to W2. The work is same here, so that's why they get cut. So eventually we have just this formula. M1 into D1 is equals to M2 into D2. I told you this formula in the end, but I didn't tell you a catch of it. If this is men, this has to be men only, because you can compare the efficiency of men with men only, because you know that they will work equally. You cannot compare a man with a woman. You cannot compare a man with a child. What is the reason for that? Because a man can make a ball in 1 day, woman can make it in 2 days, and a child can make it in 3 days. Their efficiencies are different. So you cannot compare a man with a woman or a man with a child. You can compare a woman with a woman, child with a child, and men with a men. That's where only their efficiencies will be same. Okay, and that's the catch with this formula. So let's see what has been given is 6 men is equals to 10 women. So we can solve it with both. You can take a woman here, or you can take a men here and go ahead with the solving. Okay, let's first take the men here. So I'll say, okay, I'll solve with men. M1 into D1 is equals to M2 into D2. Okay, 6 men, so I'll write here 6 men could do a piece of work in 15 days, so I'll write a 15 here. Then 12 men and 5 women. So instead of men, what did he give it to me? He gave me as 12 men and 5 women. Okay, could do it in how many days? So all that I need to do here is, I know it's men here, it's 6 men, so I'll need a men only here, right? I need to convert this 12 men and 5 women into pure men. Okay, I just need this in terms of men. So what you will say is there are already 12 men here, right? No need to do anything with that. Convert this 5 women to men. Okay, and that is when you will be able to get the answer for this as only in terms of men. So let's compare. What do you know about men and women? 6 men is equals to 10 women. We already know that, right? So what will you write now? So if 6 men is equals to 10 women, so what is 1 woman equal to? 1 woman is equals to 6 by 10 men. Quite simple here that you can get it here. So what will you write now? 5 women, multiplying both sides by 5 women is equals to what? Multiplying this also by 5, this becomes 3 men. Okay, or else you can just do it here only. No need to go for this. 10 women is equals to 6 men, dividing both sides by 2. So 5 women is equals to what? 3 men. Correct? Just doing it in the simplest way. So 5 women is equals to 3 men. 3 men plus 12 men. It becomes what? 12 plus 3 becomes 15. So how is my problem reduced to now? 6 into 15, correct, is equals to 15, because 12 men and 5 women is equals to 15 men into D2, what I'm supposed to find out, let that be equal to X. So 15 gets cancelled, and what I get as an answer, X is equals to 6, and that's my answer. 6 days will be required. Number of days is being asked. 6 days will be required to do this work, and that's how simple it becomes. Okay, now if you say that I solve it by woman, will I get a different answer? No, you will get the same answer. Let's solve it by woman. W1 into D1, now W1 is woman, is equals to W2. How many women will be required to finish the work? So work which is in how many number of days. Okay, so instead of men I write a woman here. So let's just finish this now. Woman, so you will start with woman. Say 10 women could do a piece of work in 15 days. So instead of 6 men I write 10 women. Rest everything remains same. 15 is here, 15 is here. Okay, is equals to what? How many women? So woman is given in terms of what? 12 men and 5 women. So 12 men and 5 women will do it in how many days? So let the number of days be X. It's all same. It is just that now I have here 12 men and 5 women. Since this is a woman here, I need to convert this to women. So let's convert this to women. I already know that these are 5 women which is given here. I need to convert 12 men into women. So what do I know? I know 6 men is equals to 10 women. Okay, multiplying both sides by 2. So 12 men is equals to what? 20 women. 12 men is equals to 20 women. So this is 20 women plus 5 women. This becomes what? 25 women. So 10 into 15 is equals to 25 women. 20 women plus 5 women. 12 men is converted to this into X. Okay, now let's just cancel and reach to the answer. 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15, 5 1s are 5 2s are 3 into 2. X will be equal to what now? X will be equal to 6, and the same answer as we got it earlier. Okay, so solve it by men or solve it by women, always you will reach the same answer, but what you have to make sure is you cannot compare men with women or women with men, or in the next problem you may see a child as well. So you cannot compare a child with a man or a woman because their efficiencies are different. Okay, so that's how you deal with the problems on efficiency. Start with any one of them that you feel would be easy to solve, and eventually you will reach to your answer. The problem of efficiency and and men day hours. Okay, so earlier we compared the efficiency of men with women. Now I further complicate this by adding child to this as well. So if 2 men or 3 women or 4 boys, okay, so men, women and boys are here and we have to compare their efficiencies. Can do a piece of work in 52 days, that is given to me. Then the same piece of work, which means W1 is equals to W2, will be done by 1 man, 1 woman and 1 boy in how many days. Okay, so that's how they asked me the question. So first of all I'll write 2 men is equals to 3 women is equals to 4 boys. Okay, just comparing their efficiencies. What is the meaning of that? The amount of work that is being done by 2 men is equals to 3 boys is equals to 3 women is equals to 4 boys. So what is being given here? Start with anything. So I'll solve this by men. You can solve this by boys or women. The answer will always be same as we have seen it in the previous problem. So started with men. So 2 men could do a piece of work in 52 days. That is what I'll write it here. What is being asked to me now? 1 man plus 1 woman plus 1 boy could do it in how many days? So let's write the days as X. Okay, so that's the question. Now this is men, so this is men, so I'll have to make this also to be men. Okay, because men can be compared only with men, so because their efficiency is same, right, as we have seen it in the earlier problem. I have 1 man here. I have to convert this 1 woman and 1 boy into man. Okay, and I have to take everything in terms of man. So let's start here. 1 woman is equals to 2 by 3 men. Okay, I converted from here. Similarly 2 man is equals to 4 boys, so 1 boy is equals to what? 2 by 4 man. Okay, 1 boy is equals to 2 by 4 man, which is nothing but 1 by 2 men. So 1 boy is equals to 1 by 2 men. So right here 1 woman is equals to 2 by 3 men and 1 boy is equals to 1 by 2 men. Okay, plus 1 man. Okay, this will be equal to the total number of men, and we have to just solve this now. So 2 into 52 will be equal to this into what? X into X. Okay, that's what you have to reach the solution to. So let's just add. This becomes 3 plus 2. This becomes what? 5 by 3 plus half. Okay, this becomes 5 by 3 plus half into X is equals to 2 into 52. Okay, just solve this and you get the value of X then. So that's how you reach the solution. Let's just solve this. 5 into 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 upon 6 into X is equals to 2 into 52. Okay, 13 ones are 13 fours are. Now what is left? 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 6, X is equals to what? Is 48, and that is your answer. X is equals to 48, which means what is being asked? Then the same piece of work will be done by this in how many days, right? So 48 days in which the same piece of work will be done by 1 man, 1 woman and 1 boy. That is done by 2 man in 52 days. So the approach for this always remains the same. If you're writing a man here, compare it with men. If you're writing a woman here, compare it with women. If you're writing a boy here, compare it with a boy. Okay, and eventually you'll always reach to your answer. No matter how much they complicated, all you need to do is a right conversion, compare them with the right values, and you will always reach to your answer. Now we see the last category of problem that we get in time and work, which is related to pipes and cisterns. Okay, so pipes and tanks is what these are the kind of problems that we get on. Now how are this problem different? Okay, no, there is nothing different about this. It is just that how they put it in words is something that is different. The approach to solve this will be something that we have studied with the basic time and work problem. Okay, so let's understand this. What is given here now? Tap A, there's a tap A that can fill a tank working alone in 5 hours. So if I open only this tap A, individually this tap A can fill this tank in 5 hours. Now there's again a tap B which individually working alone can fill this tank in 10 hours. So tap B can fill the tank in 10 hours. Now there is a tap C which can leakage, okay, which can take out the entire water from the tank in 15 hours. Now what is the meaning of this? See, understand this. When the tank is completely filled, okay, now you can check it here. The tank is completely filled here by blue. When the tank is completely filled and I open tap C, which is a leakage tap, it can empty a completely filled tank in 15 hours. Okay, so assumption is when I opened tap C, already the tank was completely filled, and now if I count the number of hours for the tank to be empty completely, it will be 15 hours, and that is how your tap C performs. Okay, so tap A working alone can fill a tank in 5 hours, and we are talking obviously about the same tank. Okay, this tank is one in the same tank. A tap B working alone can fill this tank in 10 hours. Tap C working alone can empty a completely filled tank in 15 hours. Now the question is, all the three taps, okay, sorry, not the tank, all the three taps which are being attached to a single tank. So this is your tap A, your tap B, this is tap A, this is your tap B, and this is your tap C. All the three taps are open together. So what is actually happening now? This is actually filling the tank, right? This tap A and tap B are actually filling the tank. Okay, they are actually filling the tank, and tap C is emptying the tank. Okay, so both the processes are happening simultaneously. Tank is getting filled as well as the tank is getting emptied. Now the question is, how many hours will be required to fill this tank? You will say, will the tank get filled? Yes, the tank will get filled, because the filling speed of tap A and tap B is more as compared to the emptying speed of tap C. So tank will get filled. Yes, it will get filled. Okay, so that's not the question. So how will you start with this? First, do you remember the LCM method ABC? I'll write here 5, 10, 15. Write the number of bricks, take the LCM, that is nothing but 30. Which means tap A puts in how many bricks? Tap A puts in 6 bricks in 1 hour, such that in 5 hours he puts in 30 bricks and he fills the tank. Similarly, you can say tap B fills 3 bricks in 1 hour, and in 10 hours he puts in 10 into 3, 30, and tap C will be 2 bricks, such that 15 into 2 it will be 30. Now what is happening but A is putting up 6 bricks, correct? B is putting up 3 bricks, correct? But C is actually taking out 2 bricks. It is not adding. Earlier, if you can recall, in the normal time and work problem, we added 6 plus 3 plus 2, that was 11. But now we'll take out 2. So 6 plus 3, 9, and 2 bricks are getting subtracted. So only 7 bricks are being put in. Okay, now see, if you're not able to get this, start with this ABC. If all the 3 were filling tank, then you would have said 5, 10, and 15. C is a filling tank, and it can fill the tank individually in 15 hours. So if I take the bricks here, which is 30, total bricks 30, when the tank is filled, you will say this is 6, this is 3, and this is 2. So if all the 3 taps are open together, 11 bricks will be put in. So to put in 30 bricks, 30 divided by 11, which is nothing but 2.72 hours will be required, right? But if tap C was a filling tank, now it's a leakage tank, so we'll subtract 2, which means only 7 bricks are being put in 1 hour if all the 3 taps are being opened together. So A is putting 6, B is putting 3, C is taking out 2 because it's a leakage tank. So eventually you get only 7 bricks which are being put in. So 30 bricks is what you're supposed to put in. 7 bricks get put in every 1 hour. So how much of time will be required? 7 4s are 28, 2 by 7, which is nothing but 4.28 hours will be required to fill this tank, given this condition that all the 3 pipes are working simultaneously. So 2 are filling and 1 is a leakage pipe. This is what you will get a complicated term in the book. It is called as a negative work. Okay, why it is called as a negative work? Because there is a negative work that is happening. Someone is taking out the brick instead of putting the bricks. Okay, so mainly in pipes and systems kind of problem where you get a leakage pipe, the leakage pipe will be doing a negative work where it will be taking out the brick. So the concept still remains the same. We just solved it by the LCM method. We knew there are 30 bricks which are being put in for the tank to be completely filled, which means the work needs to be done when 30 bricks are being put in, but 2 of them are putting the bricks, 1 is taking out the bricks, and that is what your leakage pipe will do. It will do a negative work. Okay, that's how then you deal with the problem of negative work related to pipes and systems. Okay, in the next video we'll see few problem and how do you apply this concept of negative work when it comes to complicated problems. Now let's solve a problem related to pipes and systems and negative work. Let's put it in terms of some complicated values and play with the concept of negative work. Okay, so let's start. Tap A can fill a tank in 20 hours, tap B in 25 hours, but tap C can empty a full tank in 30 hours. Okay, so just like the previous thing, 5, 10, 15, you have 20, 25 and 30. But what is the condition that is given? Starting with A, followed by B and C, each tap opens alternatively for 1 hour, which means till the tank gets filled up completely. Okay, so what is happening now? Starting with A, in the first hour you open A, then in the second hour you open B, in the third hour you open C, then again you go for A, then B, then C, then again A, B, C, and that's how 1 hour, one tap is open, A followed by B, and then it is C. The question is, if I keep doing like this, in how many hours will the tank get filled? So let's start with this. A, B, C are 3 taps. A can fill a tank in 20 hours, B can fill it in 25 hours, and C can empty it in 30 hours. Okay, I'll start by taking the LCM of this, which comes out to be what? Let's take the LCM of this. That is it 300? 25 is 100. Yes, it can be 300. So let's put a 300 here. Okay, then what? Into 15 will be 300 into what? This is 25, 4 is 100, right? 8, 12. 25 into 12, it will be 300, and into 10. So if I have to think in terms of my easy bricks problem, 300 bricks is what you're supposed to put in. A puts in 15 bricks in 1 day, 20 days he does his work working alone. B puts in 12 bricks in 1 day, 25 days he does his work and he finishes the work. C puts in 10 bricks in 1 day, 30 days he does his work and finishes the work. Now all the 3 are working together. No, that's not the problem. You are saying in the first hour, which means on the first day, if you have to consider in terms of men, in 1 day A is working, second day or second hour you can say B is working, and third hour C is working, and again it will be happening A, B, C in the next 3 hours. Okay, which is 4th hour, 5th hour, and then 6th hour, and it will keep on happening like this. So I'll see what is happening in 3 hours. What is happening in 3 hours? A will put up how many bricks? 15. B will put up how many bricks? 12. And C will take out how many bricks? C will take out 10 bricks. Okay, C will take out 10 bricks. So eventually how many bricks are getting added in the 3 hours? 15 plus 12, 27. 27 minus 10. 27 minus 10 is nothing but 17. 17 bricks are being put in, right? 27 minus 10. 17 bricks are being put in 3 hours. So in 3 hours you are able to put in 17 bricks. How many bricks are you supposed to put in to reach 300? Now multiply 17 by certain numbers so as to reach to 300. 17 square is 289. So multiplying both sides by 17. Okay, if you are not able to get it, see, in multiply this by 2. In 6 hours 34 bricks will be put in up. Multiply this by 3. 3 into 3 will be 9. 17 into 3 will be 51. In 9 hours 51 bricks will be put in, but I need to reach where? 300. That's why I multiply this by 17. Okay, so that I can reach to 300. 17 into 3 will be 51. In 51 hours 17 into 17, 289 bricks will be put on. Okay, so 51 hours 289 bricks are being put up. Now how many bricks are you supposed to put in? 11. Okay, because 11 more bricks you put in, 289, 300 will be reached out. But now which pipe is being opened? That's what you have to think. If you complete the cycle of this 3, where will you reach? You will reach to A. Okay, A puts in how many bricks? A puts in 15 bricks, right? How many bricks is he supposed to put in? 11. So he's supposed to put in 11. He has a capacity to put in 15, which means 11 by 15 of the 50-second hour will be required, which means 51 full hours. Okay, and 11 by 15 of the 50-second hour. Okay, that will be required to fill the tank, and that's how you reach to the answer. So it's just the normal brick problem. Okay, A is putting up 15, B is putting up 12, C is putting up 10. So if they are working together, that is not the question. Okay, that is not the question. Now it is like the problem, they are playing alternatively. Okay, we started like Ramesh and Suresh, they are working alternatively. So how many days will be required to finish the work? It's just like that. A is being opened, then after that in the second hour, or you can say second day, Suresh was working. So in the second hour B is being opened, in the third hour C is being opened. So what is happening in 3 hours? in 3 hours 17 bricks are being put in up. Okay, so how many hours will be required to put in 300? So you have to just see how many bricks are remaining, how many bricks are being put in. Now to put that remaining bricks, who is working, what is his capacity, what is he supposed to put in. Okay, so 11 by 15 is what is left in the end. So 51 complete hours to put in 289 bricks, and 11 by 15 of the 50-second hour that will be required to fill the tank, and that's how we reach to the answer. Okay, so if you know the basic time and work problem, the negative work is just a follow-up of that with the bricks that are being taken out. Okay, so practice few more problems on negative work and your concept should get further clear.